said, hey, you can I bomb a cigarette?
Hi. Welcome, everyone, to Small Town Big Gays. We are the aforementioned gays who are too big for how small of a town this is. I'm Chance.
And I'm Travis.
How are you?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah? Have a good week?
Great week.
Yeah?
I think.
Any high notes to mention?
No. But nothing bad either, so.
Hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I had a pretty busy week, but a good one. I went to see Delta work on Friday night, which was fabulous.
In Minneapolis?
In Minneapolis, yeah.
Big city.
Yep, so that was fun. Saw lots of drag. I stayed in Minneapolis most of this weekend, so lots of drag shows.
Nice.
Yep.
What was the...
Yes.
Who's the best one? What Delta Work was on Drag Race. What season was she?
3.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Old.
Yeah.
Old. That's probably why you relate to her.
For real.
Yeah.
2 old fat bitches. Yep.
Well,
that
that's
podcast.
2 old fat bitches with a podcast. And
Yep.
You know what? Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It was great.
Yeah. How was everyone else in Minneapolis? You went and stayed with some friends I saw.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good time.
All the Goyles.
Yeah. Trying to be better about spending time with the people who go out of their way to support the things I support.
Yeah.
So, making friendship a two-way street.
Leaning on community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friendship a two-way street. That's a new concept for you? It's a new concept for me. I can't really talk that much shit about that. I'm a terrible friend.
No, I think I'm a really good friend, actually, for the most part. I mean, we all have our flaws, but I think I'm a really good friend.
Did someone else tell you that, or are you just telling yourself that?
No, I just tell myself that.
That's good.
Hype myself up.
That's good. We got a note to be meaner on the podcast.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bully you a little bit.
You can try all you want.
You're going to come at me with both barrels and I'm going to cry.
Yep. That's how it's going to go down.
Good.
Sorry for you. Yeah, no, I mean, speaking of which, people have said that they want us to, be a little more risque, a little
less safe,
which we definitely will. But, we gotta ease our way in. It's just like sex. We can't just ram it in dry unless you're like me. But,
yeah, I mean,
most people don't like that.
Most people don't
and
like
they cry, and then
is that part of it?
You get accused of being a bully just like you were in high school and creates a whole thing. And
you were a bully in high school, weren't you?
I don't think I really was. Like, I think I'm just like how I am now, where I'm really dry and sarcastic, and like people maybe read that as being mean, but I'm also like kind of shy but not shy at the same point. So I think there's plenty of people that would say I was a bully, but I never like deliberately like was
tried
mean
to
yeah, like I wasn't like actually being mean to people, probably just like in a silly way,
I wonder if they would say I was a bully in high school. Probably. I'm a bully now. Actually, the first or second episode where I mentioned that I made one of my friends cry by being too mean to her, I saw her the other day and she was like, was that about me? Yes, it was. And I'm sorry for everything. But
are you?
No,
not
really.
That's okay.
That's the problem, is being mean is funny to me. And I know that's because of trauma, but it's who I am. What can I say?
Yeah. Well, I do have my 20th high school reunion coming up summer. So I'll find out if people really thought I was a bully or not.
Hey, did you guys fucking hate me in high school or?
Yeah. Well, and I like kind of help sponsor the events. So I feel like that's my way of righting my wrongs.
Yeah. Making up for it now. Making up for it.
Okay. So we have like a kind of a topic we're going to talk about this week, but we want it to be a little bit more random and a little bit more like just funny. So I asked Chance to write down 5 random words, and they could be anything, like people, places, things, food, toys, whatever he wanted. And we're going to discuss if we think they're hot or not.
Okay. That's where this is going.
And it's just meant to be silly fun. I wrote really random shit. So we'll just do like every other. So you want to go first with one of your words?
Okay, sure. Nose hair trimmers.
Nose hair trimmers. Okay, those are hot for sure.
Hot, yeah. Do you have a lot of nose hair?
I don't.
I do.
Not disgusting.
It blends in with my mustache a lot.
Yeah.
And I gotta take care of that fairly frequently.
We love a good men's grooming tool.
We love a good men's grooming tool.
You should get your nose hair waxed.
Why
We do that at the salon.
do you really?
Yeah, you should come in. We should do like a live TikTok video of us waxing your nose hairs.
Patreon bonus content.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can wax my nose hair. You can also wax my ears.
Yeah.
One time I had this girl that I was kind of seeing, and she used to like trim my beard when I had a beard. And she once called me, she said I had grinchy old man ears because I get really hairy ears, and that's why I stopped sleeping with her.
Okay. Noted for all you females.
Yeah,
looking.
don't make fun of my body hair. I'm sensitive. We also never slept together, just saying. But yeah, and she also like pulled on my beard one time, and that really pissed me off. So just don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me ever.
We'll work through this trauma with you.
You can touch me.
Okay.
No, please don't. Okay, give me one of yours.
Olive Garden breadsticks.
Smash.
Yeah.
Smash.
For sure. I mean, can't go wrong with a breadstick, right?
How do you feel about Pizza Hut breadsticks, though?
Okay, I feel like this is really fat. Okay. So in the spectrum of pizza, like to-go pizzas, I would rank Pizza Hut as one of my lower ones. I don't know why. It's just always been lower on the spectrum. So I don't really like their breadsticks are good, but they're not my favorite. Like to me, and I hate to even admit this because it's a really horrible company, but Papa John's breadsticks are my absolute favorite because it's just bread.
Papa John's breadsticks are really good. Pizza Hut breadsticks, I have a soft spot for because that was like the only pizza place that was the fancy pizza place when I was like a kid. And I love them. They're just fucking soaked in butter and grease. And they're that weird, like, it's almost focaccia, but like light, airy, crispy. Mwah, mwah. I love Pizza Hut breadsticks.
Okay, so would you take Pizza Hut over Olive Garden breadsticks?
You know, it's probably been an equal amount of time since I've had either. So I'm going to go Pizza Hut over Olive Garden. Fazoli's breadsticks, though.
Oh my God, I used to work at Fazoli's.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was one of my first jobs.
How was that?
As horrible as it sounds, yeah. And I had to make a lot of the breadsticks, which are in no way real butter. It's just oil and seasoning in a trash can. I'm not even kidding you. In a trash can. That's how much they go through.
Really?
Yeah, all
like
of
an
their
actual like
Yes.
55-gallon drum. Like
all of
shit?
Fazoli's food is made in trash cans. Now, granted, they're not like from the trash; they're clean trash cans. But all of their food is made in that. So, like the baked fucking ziti and shit, you would literally have to pour it in trash cans and just like put these big like gloves on and mix it with your hand. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep. It was horrible. Hated that job.
Okay, well, I'm never eating at Fazoli's again.
Yeah, it's really
That's a
gross.
lie. I would.
Yeah, it doesn't stop me either.
All you can eat breadsticks. Just fucking do it for me.
Yeah, with the soup.
Yeah. No, not even with the soup, just the breadsticks. Which
Alfredo dipping sauce?
I'll take it.
Okay.
I don't need it though.
You just raw dog the
I
breadsticks?
just raw dog fucking breadsticks. Some marinara sauce, some garlic butter maybe, but like
Okay.
I can raw dog so many breadsticks.
Interesting.
Jam them up my ass, which is apparently a controversial thing because my husband is like he's not anti-bread, but he's not pro just bread. He likes thin crust pizza. He doesn't understand my like fascination with breadsticks.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has questionable choices, period. So we'll just take that for what it is.
We'll be married for 2 years and 6 days, so.
Thin crust people are just not to be trusted.
I know, right? And his argument is that it like you don't get full on the crust, but like if it's good crust, it's worth getting full on.
Yeah. I get it, like the thin crust for the topping, they, thems, but it's just not, it's not for me. It's just not for me.
For the toppings, they them.
Yeah. I don't know. Thin crust pizza gives very they, them vibes to me.
Okay, so thin crust pizza, pass. Breadsticks, smash.
Smash for sure.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, what's my next one? Beloved character actress Margot Martindale.
I have no clue who the hell that is.
So we'll say smash and move on.
Yeah.
Because I have another one.
Okay.
That before I knew that this was what we were doing with these 5 things I wrote down, I was going to ask you this question.
Okay.
Anyway, smash or pass. alleged CEO of United Healthcare assassin Luigi Mangione. Smash or pass?
Well, I mean, this is controversial, but I'm
This
just going
is
to go for it. I'm
controversial.
just going to go for it. First of all, well, he's hot, so like let's not deny the facts or facts, America. Also, healthcare is ridiculous in this country and quite the hot topic of, as someone who owns their own business and has to insure themselves through the marketplace, thankfully, with having that as an option for now. I've had to pay a lot of money over the years for health-related stuff. So can understand maybe trying to make a point. Killing someone, probably not the best decision, but sometimes you got to really make a point to get stuff across. And
We'll say Small Town Big Gays is an anti-murder podcast. Most of the time.
Yeah, I don't want to kill people or things, but I also stand behind someone who is full in their convictions, and like also we don't know if it was really him yet or not. So
Yeah,
who knows?
true. It is alleged.
Yeah.
But he, the guy that they arrested anyway, some past tweets have surfaced, and kind of a weird centrist. Had a real weird tweet about falling birth rates in Japan among his more recent tweets, but had a Pokemon in his Twitter banner thing. So, gay?
Allegedly bisexual.
Allegedly bisexual?
That's what they're saying.
Did not know this.
Yeah, you got to get on the internet.
I don't know that he is necessarily. I think what he did, in the eyes of many people, is making him hotter because he is just kind of like a generic Italian,
Yeah, conventionally
attractive. He does have abs and
We
caterpillar
appreciate
eyebrows.
those. Someone who cares about their body.
Yeah,
It's not a necessity for me, though.
I have
clearly.
abs. Did you know?
Well, we all have them. They're just hidden.
Covered under a thick layer of love.
Yeah. Okay. My next one is Bath and Body Works.
Pass.
Okay.
It stinks.
Yeah.
It smells so much. Too many smells.
Too many smells. You're not a coupon girl?
I'm a coupon girl. No, I'm not actually. No, I don't know why I said that. I just lied to you.
Okay.
I'm not really a coupon girl. I like a good scented candle, but when there's so many, I'm talking about the store specifically. The products they sell, I'm sure, are good when they're outside of the store, but like walking past a Bath and Body Works in the mall, I can't.
You can just
do
say
it.
you hate it.
I hate it.
Okay. Just stand firm on your beliefs. If you hate Bath and Body Works, you hate it.
I hate the smells that emanate from Bath and Body Works. It is too much.
Yeah.
I'm a sensitive boy.
Okay. That's fair.
So I'll pass. Are you going to smash?
I would like Bath and Body Works to me is like that 3 a.m. hookup that like you probably wouldn't do at like a 9 p.m.
And you're not going to tell your friends about after?
Well, you're probably going to tell your friends about it after when you're feeling like you want to have a good chuckle.
Yeah.
And like that, they're the like hookup that you hook up with to feel better about yourself.
That's fair.
Because like there are some good scents and some decent products. And actually I recently learned that I don't think they donate to any political campaign.
That's good.
So,
we prefer a
neutrality.
neutral corporation, if anything.
So I am going to be like them and just choose Switzerland on it. I'm not for or against it. I just, it's there and I'll occasionally use a product, but I don't need it or care if I don't have it.
Yeah. See, I use my fucking iPad to write these down.
You didn't use your old fashioned note cards?
No.
The old lady way?
The old. You're young at heart.
I don't know. My heart's hanging on by a thread more than I am.
Okay, smash or pass covered wagons.
That is a smash for sure. This is really wild that you bring that up. I think about this often whenever I go out west. And I was just in Denver not too long ago and looking at the mountains. And I literally said this to my friend James and said, I think of like I can't think of what they are now. The like, what do you call them? The founders, not founders.
The pioneers.
Pioneers, that's the word. The pioneers going through the fucking mountains in their goddamn covered wagons.
Insane.
Yeah, like that's wild to me. Like I don't even want to go through the mountains with a vehicle.
I want to go through the mountains with a vehicle, but with AC or heat, whichever is needed, and music. But the reason that I thought of this is because I'm reading a book called The Indifferent Stars Above that's about the Donner Party. And they're not even to the cannibalism part yet. Fucking miserable existence.
Yeah.
I was born in the correct century. Because I would have gone out west if I was in 1840s. I would have been one of those ladies in the little bonnets, walking next to a wagon, watching my kids fall under the spokes of the wheel and die. Would have been me.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done. Probably died early.
Died, yeah.
Very early.
What do you think you would have died of, like dysentery or getting shot?
I probably would have gotten shot for running my mouth about something I shouldn't have.
Yeah, I feel like you would have gotten hanged in a public square back in the day.
Yeah. I should do like, I have done like a past life regression, but I should do a...
You have done a past life regression?
Yeah, we can circle back to that.
Oh, fantastic.
But, yeah, that's actually really interesting. We should circle back to that. Okay. Yeah, so definitely smash the covered wagons.
Same.
The state of New Mexico.
New Mexico. Great place to see a UFO. Most famous UFO incident. A lot of meth. Particularly around the area where they saw that very famous UFO.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna go smash, I think. Never been. Here it's beautiful. Want to go to Roswell. They have a UFO shaped McDonald's. And yeah, I'm gonna go smash.
I have no reason to back this dance up, but I'm just gonna say pass that bitch. I don't want anything to do with New Mexico, and in fact I hate it. I don't know why, I just do.
I feel like we would be at an increased chance of getting hate crimed in New Mexico for sure.
I know nothing about the state. I just don't care to know anything about it either.
That's fair.
Will I go and visit it? I'm sure, but I've driven through it.
And was it pretty?
I don't remember it, so therefore that tells me all I need to know about it.
That's fair.
Yep.
Okay, my next one. Speaking of McDonald's. Specifically McDonald's breakfast.
Well, I've never ate there before, so you'll have to tell me about it.
Never eaten McDonald's. That's what you're going with?
I've heard of it. It sounds like a great restaurant. I don't know.
Is that like a fancy place in New York City?
Yeah, I don't. Do we have one in Eau Claire? I'm not sure.
McDonald's biscuits are a smash because again, they're drenched in butter and made of not real food. So,
I think if I were to try one, I've heard they have really great Diet Coke.
They do. You know why that is? It's a specific formula. Plus, they use wider straws, so it like gets more aerated as you're drinking it.
Did you know Paris Hilton once famously said that only fat people drink Diet Coke?
She was right,
and she is absolutely right.
She's correct.
Yeah,
I love Diet Coke.
Yep.
I'm about to go get me a Diet Coke after we finish this.
Yeah, I think we should. I'll try my first Diet Coke from McDonald's. I've never had one, so I think
hell yeah,
that would be great.
This will be a journey for you.
Yeah. I wonder what that Mac sauce tastes like too. I've never
had it.
No, I've
Could
heard
you
it's
imagine
good.
if there was someone in? I'm sure there is someone in America that has never had McDonald's, but
yeah, they're probably very healthy and happy.
Must be nice.
Not sitting on a couch.
Yeah.
Miserable, bloated,
full of gas.
My next one, Ariana Grande.
Smash. Well, this is going to be controversial. Smash before she became a skeleton lady.
Yeah, she's wild looking right now.
She looks not great.
I'm terrified of her, actually.
She's scary. Mm-hmm. It's scary. And I thought it would have been a more recent development, but I think she looks like a skeleton in Wicked too. I have not seen.
Oh, interesting.
Have you seen?
Yeah, well, I'm gay, so.
Well, yeah. I'm bi, so that's why.
I know.
Were
said
you
it.
were you really big on like Wicked in high school? Because that I don't have that like that connection to when I was a kid of being obsessed with Wicked.
No, I hate musicals more than I hate New Mexico.
Okay, but you like the movie Wicked.
It was fine. I've seen it twice now.
Oh, so
Not
by choice.
There's actually, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to go to it the first time. I'll say that. And it was a good movie. Like, I think what was nice about it is it's broken up into 2 parts. So, like, all the music isn't in one thing. So it's not, like, feels, like, overly musical.
Yeah. It's not just song after song after song.
Yeah. So, and it was visually really cool.
So who forced you at gunpoint to go see it again? Against your will. At gunpoint.
No one forced me to go. It was just a incident that happened that there's much more to this story that I really don't actually want to talk about.
Okay.
It's so weird. It's so awkward, but it's fine. Yeah, it was good. I was fine seeing it one time. That's just what I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah, like I didn't need to go to it a second time, but I was fine seeing it a second time.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But Ariana Grande, love the music. Into You is probably one of my favorite songs to perform. So yeah, smash for sure.
Yeah. I love her music too.
Yeah.
And her feature on the Brat remix album, Sympathy is a Knife. Mwah. Beautiful.
She was great on SNL too.
She was really good on SNL.
Yeah, she's good.
Gay isn't stupid and bad. Icon. I think that's it.
Wow.
I have one thing that you're not going to know at all what it is.
Okay.
It's Dr. Evermore's Forevertron.
Is that like a story about trans doctors?
No, it is a roadside attraction in Wisconsin. I think it's outside of Baraboo. And it's the largest scrap metal sculpture in the world. It's super fucking cool. It has like pieces of one of the Apollo missions in it, and like bunch of stuff. Anyway, if you've ever been to like Madison or some big cities, there are these scrap metal sculptures of birds. That's the same artist. I know there's a couple in Madison specifically, but just a really cool roadside attraction. So I'm going to smash because I've been there.
It. Sounds cool.
It's really sick.
You sold me on it.
Yeah.
All right. My last one is Culver's.
Smash. Of course. Cheese curds. The cheese curd burger that I didn't get to try because they sold out by noon. And they open at 10. So that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Their spicy chicken sandwich. Delicious. Butter burgers. Fantastic. Cheese curds. Root beer. Culver's root beer. Best root beer. Better than Sprecker's. Thoughts?
I've never been to Culver's either.
Okay.
I just wanted to see what your opinions would be. I don't eat fast food personally. I care about my body a little bit more than that. But if I were to go there, I have heard their root beer is really good.
Root beer is fantastic.
Better than 1919 or Sprecker's.
Sprecker's A&W. Barks?
Yeah, it's better than some of that. I mean, I've heard it's better than some of them.
Concrete mixers.
Yeah. The ice cream's, I've heard, good.
It's frozen custard, actually.
Well,
so.
whatever. Yeah.
Today's episode of Small Town Big Gays brought to you by Culver's.
Yeah, I am neutral on it as well.
Because you've never been there.
I've never been, so maybe once I try one of their burgers and realize that, in my opinion, it'd probably be a mid-burger, then I would maybe have a different opinion. But I'll let you know after I try McDonald's and Culver's how I feel about them both.
All right, good.
Cool.
Okay, smash or pass, last one. Smash burgers or regular burgers?
Okay, this is a true thing, is I really don't eat burgers. It would be the last thing I would order off of a menu.
Interesting.
I don't know why. It's just not like my... I think
just
they're
not-
kind of messy.
Yeah.
And like, I used to get really sick from beef,
Okay.
but I like will eat them. I got the last time I had a burger, I got really freaking sick.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are you you're allergic to cows?
No, I think it's like cannibalism, but I don't know what it is. It's just specifically burgers. I always like just would do me in.
The grease doesn't agree with you.
I mean, I eat grease in other forms, so I don't know why it was specifically burgers.
The specific burger grease doesn't agree with you.
Yeah, it's just I'm more of a chicken lady.
Chicken lady.
Yeah. Okay.
So this was Smash or Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be fun to just talk about random shit.
That is fun.
Why not?
I had fun. Did you have fun? Leave a comment below.
So I was thinking about this earlier, and I wanted to know who some of your queer icons are. Whether they're like queer in actuality or just like the queers have taken them on as an icon.
Well, this does kind of nicely dovetail into something I was going to bring up, which is that I feel like queer people thirst after straight people far too much. Like not necessarily not supporting queer artists, but when it comes to gay men and straight actors specifically, you're always thirsting over the straight ones, but not the actual gay ones, you know?
Well, do you think that's a Hollywood problem where there isn't enough representation from queer people? Because I can't like think of many off the top of my head.
I think it is a Hollywood problem. I also think it's a problem with some of the queer people, not all, but some of the queer people that Hollywood does elevate.
Yeah, they love a good controversial queen.
They love a good, what's the word I'm looking for? They love a good stereotype too. Like, this is going to be controversial. Jonathan Van Ness.
Yeah.
Do you like Smash or Pass Jonathan Van Ness from Queer Eye?
Okay, just based solely upon personality and not upon any like stance of like any tweets they've released or any of their like personal opinions, because I don't know enough about them. Like I feel like I've heard a little bit of that they're like not a great person potentially.
I'm sure.
So I just based on solely of like how I see their interactions on television, I was a fan. I thought they're silly and funny. Total fag, which I kind of love. Like I get that people are like, there's so much more to queer people than like this overly feminine, like silly queen mentality. But I also feel like at the same point, queer culture really like knocks those people that are just like so effeminate and truly themselves, which I kind of like appreciate, even though like I don't know if it's necessarily in my realm to be like super queeny. Like I feel like I am kind of queeny, but
you're pretty queeny, but mostly when you're actually being a queen.
I'm also convinced I have a lisp now listening to the podcast. Do I? I think I do. Please chime in. I think I have a lisp.
Leave a comment below.
Yeah, I was really self-conscious about it last week specifically.
Don't be last week specifically.
Yeah, I have a lisp. Oh my God.
Don't be.
I thought there was anything wrong with that, but
No, nothing wrong with a lisp.
yeah. So Jonathan Van Ness, I can take the neutral on it. Like I think that they were funny on Queer Eye, but I know they do like stand-up comedy shows. I'd be curious to see. I've never watched, and like also this could be a whole episode. One day you could get me going on a tangent rant about hair products, but
Like good or bad?
like my tangent,
Like Jonathan Van Ness.
hair products.
Yeah, good or bad?
I've never personally used them, but I feel like it's just like anything people like to whatever, that's a whole thing. I don't know the products well enough to know if they're good or not, but like I also am not going to buy them because they are meant to be for a consumer and not for like a professional stylist, if that makes sense. So,
and you are a professional.
And I am a professional stylist, and I like brands that try to build up professionals versus consumer, but that's how you make money, is selling to consumers. So
That's true.
Good on you, sis, but
Good on
not
you,
for me.
sis. Jonathan Van Ness annoys me, and all for people being queeny. And you raise a good point that it's okay that, you know, the more flamboyant among us get elevated by Hollywood. And I think part of that is because words are hard today.
Yeah.
I think super flamboyant people being elevated by Hollywood is a safe thing that doesn't trigger straight men specifically and their masculinity, because they look at flamboyant queer people as other and not people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's all stems to misogynistic behavior.
It does. And so they get to look at that kind of person and think like, that's not a man, that is not a woman. It's something completely
below
different.
them.
It's below them.
Yeah.
But I personally find Jonathan Van Ness annoying, and I think it honestly might be because of the mustache.
So when you look in the mirror,
Annoyed.
How do you feel about? Okay, just wanted to clear that up.
They have a curly mustache, right? I'm pretty sure last time I saw a picture of Jonathan Van Ness, it was a curly mustache, and
Oh, like the ones that curl up on that?
yes,
Oh, those are funny.
I hate them.
Wow.
That's my controversial opinion.
Is it because of Jumanji?
No, I just think they are a relic of the past that should have been left in the past, much like the Titanic.
Wow.
I don't know where I was going with that one, but
If you're going to talk about Titanic, we're going to go on a tangent because that is the movie.
never seen.
Okay.
Celine Dion. What was the original question that got us on
Queer icons.
queer icons?
And you decided to just talk about people you hate.
Well, I decided to talk about curly mustaches specifically.
There was a guy in my church that had a curly mustache,
People, as someone who can grow,
and his was like on point. He also kind of helped lead the Boy Scouts that I was in. Yeah, he was a nice guy.
okay, I lied. Jonathan Van Ness doesn't have a curly mustache.
I mean, we all knew you were a liar. I am the one who only seeks the truth in this podcast.
That's true. I am the liar of the
You've
group.
been proven to be the liar, so
All right, I will amend my dislike for Jonathan Van Ness is because they have such beautiful, luscious hair and facial hair.
and you have some deep-rooted misogynistic behavior that you don't want to delve into because of your childhood trauma.
And I'm bald, is what I was going to say.
Oh,
but
okay.
sure. Do you have anything you'd like to say to me, Chloe?
No, just wondering.
Yeah. All right. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so do you have a queer icon, or do you just hate all queer people?
I hate all queer people. I'm homophobic.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
I'm glad
trying to-
you said it.
I'm trying to think of queer icons that I personally have. Patty Harrison. Do you know this person?
No.
See?
I mean, maybe like if you tell me who it is, I might know. I'm really kind of bad with names. Sometimes.
I think you should leave.
Me, like right now?
Yes.
Okay.
The show on Netflix.
Oh, I was like the podcast. Do you want to replace me already? Okay.
Yes.
Nick Niskoviak is just waiting in the wings.
He's waiting in the wings. Yeah, Patty Harrison is a comedian. She's one of the funniest fucking people in the world. Trans icon. She's on a show called I Think You Should Leave on Netflix, and she has a really funny YouTube series called, what is it? Patty Harrison talks about animals or animal. It's like a safari thing,
Okay.
and she just has this guy named Nick, I think, bring animals onto a set, and then she asks dumb questions about them, and it's the funniest fucking shit ever. You need to look it up.
So you clearly have a lot in common with her, huh? Bring dumb animals onto set and asking them questions.
Yeah. How do you think how do you think I'm gonna get famous?
I was like, sounds a lot like this podcast. I'll have to watch that. That sounds like right up my alley, honestly.
It's great. And
Yeah.
she is just the funniest fucking person in existence. So she's one of my queer icons. Lady Gaga. I wore since we're talking pop culture, I wore my Lady Gaga flipping off the camera shirt today. I was not a little monster in the like poker face era, but I have since become a little monster, and she's my favorite. I love her dearly. Who are some of yours? One hit wonder Mariah Carey, perhaps?
No, not a lamb.
Is that what they call her fans?
I think so.
Interesting.
They're lambs. We'll have to ask Felicia. She'll know.
Hmm.
No, not a Mariah's fine, but I'm not. 90s Mariah is better.
I will just to specify for the people listening at home, that is a joke. I know Mariah Carey is not a one hit wonder. However, I can only name one of her songs, and it is All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Really? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you are young, so I forget.
I'm young and I'm pop culture like dumb. I didn't start understanding and appreciating like pop culture until I met my now husband. He's the one that made me cool.
But he also likes thin crust pizza, so he's
He also
not
likes thin crust
really
pizza.
a person I would gauge any really reputable information off of.
That's fair.
But anyways, I mean, I love all of like the really typical queer icons. I feel like I love a good Freddie Mercury moment. I'm a big Queen fan. Performed that many times.
You have.
Some of my faves. I love a good Dolly Parton moment. Actually, I'm really obsessed with Dolly Parton right now, and not in the ways that people would think. Like, obviously, like her music's fine, but it's not like something I would choose to listen to.
Yeah.
Although the one song, this is really cringy and funny, so I'll just tell anyways. Her song "Coat of Many Colors." Have you ever heard that?
No, I don't think so.
So it's like a lot of Dolly Parton stuff is like based upon like biblical stories, kind of too, because she grew up in the South, and you know, like it's a big part of it, Bible Belt. But the coat of many colors is about her mom who sewed this coat for her out of like different rags and different pieces of clothing, and she was so proud to wear it to school because her mom made it for her, and then like people made fun of her about it. But she was like still so proud of it because her mom made it for her. And it actually kind of makes me cry every time I listen to it. I don't know why. It just really gets me emotional.
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar concept, but not really. But yeah, so love that song. But I'm not like a 9 to 5 girly or anything like that. But I'm obsessed with Dolly Parton because...
Boobs.
Well, yeah, those are great. But I like am... I feel this. Okay, this is a conspiracy theory that I've made up.
Great.
I think Dolly Parton is obviously real, but like not real. Like I feel like she is the ultimate drag queen who's been fooling us this whole time. Like because she wears like those mesh gloves to cover her fingers, so you don't see like her aging fingers.
Yeah.
I think she also wears like full mesh bodysuits because if you ever look at interviews and like if she's wearing something low cut, you can tell like there's mesh fabric there. So she doesn't, and then like she obviously wears wigs, and I feel like there's a lot of like tapes and stuff like I just feel like she's been bamboozling us this whole time, and there's a lot of like things going on underneath.
So do you think that's a man in a wig?
No.
Because I think it's possible.
No,
I don't think so, but it might be.
I would love it.
But I think Dolly is the ultimate drag queen.
Yeah, like I mean, because drag can be whatever it is, but I just think that she's using all the like tips and tricks of drag queens. Like I want to know what's under that hood.
I don't, because I fear that what is under that hood is like a non-Euclidean nightmare that your brain can't comprehend, like Cthulhu. You know?
I do know what Cthulhu is actually, which is really hilarious.
Yeah.
But I mean, like as a drag performer myself, I know like that's what I think I love watching drag shows is because like I know like what goes in behind the scenes of it all that like make it happen, which is so interesting and cool. And so I just want to know. And like I feel like we're all like she just actually looks like a really old woman normally.
Oh, I'm sure.
And we just like don't know. And she just like goes about life in public and no one knows who the fuck she is.
Well, she does. She once said that she goes to bed wearing makeup so that if anything ever happens and she needs to get up in the middle of the night, like her house is on fire or something, no one will see her out of costume. That's what I mean when I say that she's the ultimate drag queen, is that she's the ultimate drag performer, is that she has embodied the character of Dolly Parton that we literally, like you said, don't know who is underneath the mask, and we never will.
Yeah. I believe she's truly a good person too, which also
that
makes
helps.
her enthralling to me. But I just like, I can't help but like watch videos and just stare intently at like, I want to know everything that's going on under there. Like it's really wild. It puts me in a rabbit hole actually sometimes where I just like look up pictures and videos and I want to.
Is there a large online community of people trying to figure out what Dolly Parton looks like without the costume of Dolly Parton?
I don't know, but
I think we should make that.
Start it, yeah. I feel like it could be a thing for sure, but yeah. So I love a good Dolly moment.
Did you have a brat summer? That's my question.
I had a partial brat summer. Guess was like my jam of the summer, so I performed that quite a bit. Loved it. I don't fully know what it means to be a brat, so I'm old.
Well, you're not Julia enough for it.
Is that like wearing neon and partying?
Debauchery, hedonism, which some people equated the debauchery of brat summer with like I think it's called Weimar Germany period, which was like the 1930s, right before Hitler rose to power, and Berlin was like a fucking hedonistic shithole in the best way, as like a response to these terrifying things are becoming more popular. We're gonna like have some fun before we go into the end times. And then there's a lot of parallels between Brat Summer and, you know, what's happening in America now with that same period in Germany. The Weimar Republic, Weimar Berlin. I don't know. I'm not a political scientist, but Brat Summer, super fun.
Sounds like the plot of Wicked.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's very similar, actually. But you don't know because you don't like gay people. So
Are you holding space for Defying Gravity?
I'm barely holding space for myself.
Yeah.
So I don't really have space to hold for Defying Gravity at the moment. I mean, I guess I defy gravity every day just getting out of my bed. But
You really do. Who else are some of my queer icons?
I will tell you some of my favorite queer icons that I already know you're going to have nothing to contribute to this conversation, which is fine. And
Okay.
it's just going to further prove that you're bisexual. But
Not just bisexual, stupid and bisexual.
you said it.
Yeah.
I would like that to go on record. The Housewives.
The real or the desperate?
Real.
Okay, I'm a desperate Housewives girly.
Oh, okay. Well, I can respect that enough.
Well, the first season and part of season 2, I'm still watching, but love it.
I've never watched.
So fantastic.
Yeah.
What city of Real Housewives do you?
Every single one of
Fuck
them I
with.
watch. But if I had to pick an elite right now, it would be Salt Lake City.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Is it the best?
They're the best right now. And a close behind is Beverly Hills.
Okay.
But Atlanta's about to have a reboot, which is, I think, good. And they're bringing back, I think, some of the old cast members, which will make it elite again.
So what do you think is the appeal of watching a bunch of rich straight people have fake problems?
Well, I just really relate to that as a wealthy, rich woman with fake problems.
Yep.
I don't know. I think it's just the fact that it's so ridiculous that it's like just takes you from actual reality.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's such a phenomenon with the queer community.
The girls and the gays love it.
Yeah, like we like rally around our women usually though. So like that's, check one.
True.
We love a good fashion moment usually, and they try, although Salt Lake City has had some real terrible choices. Meredith Marks, and I wish we could tag her in this, and we should, and she'll never see it, but her confessional from this last, I think it was at least last week, maybe the week before, she was wearing this brown fur top. It is the most heinous thing I've ever seen in my life, and she deserves one terrible thing to happen to her for it.
Like what one terrible thing?
I don't know, like maybe
Pick one.
like a flat tire on the way to an air,
Okay.
and like to a flight, and she's gonna miss her flight then.
I feel like that's reasonable.
Yeah,
That's
like
a
I wouldn't
reasonable
want physical
punishment.
harm. Like nothing would happen to her. She'd just be late and miss her flight.
And God knows she wouldn't have to change the tire, so,
Yeah,
no harm, no
it's just
foul.
an inconvenience she deserves to have for showing me that on television. It's horrible. It's so bad. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like silly drama, and it's also like fun to just like watch people with money doing
Dumb,
ridiculous things with
dumb
it
shit, yeah.
that like you would hope someday you could have. Maybe, I don't know. It's just silly. I think that's just what it is. It's just messy.
It's an escape.
Yeah,
We
love a
love
good
watching
messy.
messy people.
Yeah. And I mean, we don't always get it in real life anymore because people are so worried about being canceled all the time.
True.
So, which does in a way affect things. We were just talking about that actually, about how Drag Race, because we went to see Delta work on Friday, and she was in the earlier seasons, and how like messy it was back then because they weren't thinking about getting canceled because it wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah.
So now people are too worried about it.
Back when they would get drunk on Untucked and come out on stage and lip sync Hammer.
I love that.
We should bring that back.
Yeah. I've never been drunk during a number.
Good.
I don't think I even really drink before. Like I'll have like a drink sometimes, but I don't really drink much before.
I think my one drag performance I had like one just to calm the nerves, but
Yeah.
I don't see the appeal of like getting hammered on a show night and going out there just messy in real life, which we don't want to see messy in real life because then it's sad. We want to see messy on the TV.
Yeah. Well, and drinking in queer culture is a pretty strong thing.
Yeah.
Are you a partier?
I suffer from anxiety and being hyper aware sometimes of where I am and what other people think of me because of the situation I'm in with work. You know what I mean? So I never want to get like hammered out in public. I don't even want to get hammered at home because then you feel like shit and it's not worth it to me. So no, a little bit, but no, not really.
So you're just going to choose to lie on camera again today? I've seen you.
Not often.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't anymore. I used to back in the day. Not like I did black out one time. One time it was actually really tragic.
Tragic story of the week.
Yeah, here we go, I guess. I was in drag, mind you. Because again, I used to go out every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in drag.
Yeah.
And this was a random Saturday, and I was pre-barring with my friend Marcus, who was the DJ at Scooters at the time.
Cool.
And we would get these like pre-mixed drinks, like the Chi-Chi's margarita mixes, you know, like those shit things.
Yeah.
And we would like polish off a bottle before even going out and then get to the bar. And Scooters, well, I'm sure I don't think anyone would know how to make it because I don't think it's like a real drink, but it was called a Black Orchid. And it was in their big mugs, and there was no mixer. It was just all alcohol, shots of alcohol. And I'm pretty sure Everclear was involved in it.
Okay.
Tasted like literal cough syrup. Disgusting. But you could get wasted off of it, and it was like $10. So had a couple of those. A couple, mind you. After chugging the Chi-Chi's margaritas. And I also like am really silly when I get drunk of like I'm funny, and then I also get really emotional, and I need to tell everyone around me how much I love them. And I
hate that.
Yeah, and I like also like try and make out with people too.
Yeah. Sounds right.
And I don't know, my brother gets me worked up more than anyone of like feeling the need to like go over our childhood trauma apparently. But so I remember I ended up like somehow in this like hallway of the apartments upstairs, and my brother was trying to like get me out of there. I don't really know. It's very fuzzy, but I do remember being in this hallway and like talking to my brother a little bit. And then I ended up outside, and I just like passed out on the sidewalk in full drag. And my friend came out and found me, and so did the police.
Oh.
And they were like, ma'am, we need you to sit up. Well, as I was sitting up, I lost my wig on the ground. And they thought my friend was trying to beat me up, and that's why they were asking me if I was okay. But when the wig fell off, the police officer just goes, "All right, have a good night," and left me. You know, like I could have been being beaten up, but he didn't care.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, there I am, wigless outside, passed out. And my friend got another one of our friends to give me a ride home. And I don't remember anything about getting home other than like it almost like a Polaroid snapshot of like them closing my back door. And then I woke up in the morning, and by morning it was like noon the next day, and I was soaking wet, like entirely wet and bleeding from my stomach really bad with a huge headache. And I was like, what in the fuck happened to me last night? And my roommate across the hallway hears me wake up, and she goes, "Are you okay? I'm not going to come out of my room because I know you're naked, but I'm just glad you're alive." And I'm like, "Okay, thanks." So I like go to the bathroom, and in the bathroom, first of all, the bathroom door is broken down. There is blood on the sink, which is right outside the shower. The shower curtain is ripped down. And half of my clothes are in the shower, and half are like strung out through the house. So apparently I must have decided to take a shower, being a good person, and washing my makeup off, because that's what you do.
Yeah.
And I must have passed out and fell out of the shower and hit the sink and somehow crawled into my bed. Yeah.
So you fell on the sink and it cut your stomach somehow?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what I'm assuming.
Well,
Yeah.
I am glad to say that I have never blacked out quite that bad. I tend to brown out more than anything.
That's fair.
That is a tragic story.
Yeah.
Very funny of the good bit from the cop to just your wig falls off and be like, okay,
Just
bye.
leave me, like, all right, sir, ma'am, I don't know what you are. And
You
just
goddamn
leave me.
crossies, man. Yeah.
Definitely left me for dead.
Oh,
Whatever.
that sucks.
It's probably a better decision for him.
Probably. Didn't want to get mixed up in all that.
Yeah. I used to be kind of a little wild child.
I was a huge stoner in college, but I've never been like much of a let's get hammered person. I like drinking. I enjoy drinking, but I don't. If I get to a certain point of the night, if we're out and I start to get like too drunk, I'm just like, I gotta go home because I don't want to do anything stupid.
Yeah.
Because the only times where I let myself get more drunk than that point, I do stupid stuff. Nothing terrible, but
Yeah.
I make a little bit of a fool of myself, and then I have anxiety for 3 days after, thinking everyone hates me.
Yeah. See, I didn't have many of those nights. Like I could like a handful or less in like my young 20s, but people like thought I was hilarious. Like I wasn't like mean or like weird or, like people loved it. And like people still were like, I remember when you like threw a Christmas one time, I took all the patio furniture outside of a bar in town, which we all know which one it is, and threw every single piece of furniture over the fence. And it's like a high fence, like a 10 foot,
fence.
10, 12 foot fence. Yep. Chairs, tables. If people were in my way, they were about to go. And it wasn't even like being mean. It was just being silly. Like, look what I can do. Like the Trunch Bowl, just launch and shit. Like, just so dumb. Threw a Christmas tree over the fence too. That some guy just peed on because I didn't want to there anymore.
That was a bonus for you.
Yeah.
The piss.
Yeah. I liked it.
I used to get drunk, and when we would walk home from the bars, I would karate chop cars. Yeah. Don't know why. Just kind of karate chopping shit.
I have a speculation, but I can't say it on the podcast because it'll get me canceled, but I'll tell you later.
Oh, I think I know where this is going. Say it, bitch.
No. I'll save that for later. Yeah. So all this to say that I am a queer icon.
You really are. You really, really are.
I'm my favorite queer icon.
It goes Travis Garrell, Freddie Mercury,
Dolly Parton,
Tina Turner,
Chloe Wold. Yep.
Delta Work.
Yeah. She's definitely below me. Just kidding. Oh my God. There was something I was going to circle back to. Do you remember what it was?
Astral projection. Past life regression.
Past life regressions.
That's it.
Have you ever had one?
No, but I would love to.
Okay.
Where can we get one in town?
There are places to do one.
Fantastic.
So like there's like a few different types of past life regressions. So there's like ones where they'll tell you like you were a prince in a past life and like whatever. And then there's ones that are like where people believe that like you're reincarnated and put back on earth to learn lessons, and then once you learn all your lessons, then you just become like the spiritual being in the sky, essentially.
Achieve nirvana.
Yeah, so that was the kind that I went to, and it was actually really shocking because this person did not know me at all, like period, nothing about me. And I went with my friend Shelly and her mom. They went, and I love Shelly and her mom, but they are just like they're totally the type that are just like, I don't know, like I think of like psychic mediums and like people who do this stuff, and they'll be like, I am sensing someone lost a grandmother, and it's like 90% chance someone lost a grandmother, and Shelly and her mom will be like, oh, that's us. Her mom, Cheryl, Mama J, love her, one of my favorite people, absolutely like would believe it though. Like, like she would be totally the type to be bamboozled into stuff like that just because she's just so sweet. So, they were doing some really he was saying some really interesting stuff about them, and like I was like, okay, like whatever, and they were getting emotional and crying, and I'm just like annoyed in the corner like, oh, God. And then it comes to be my turn. And he got me. I started crying.
Really?
Which I don't cry often. And
what did he say?
Yeah. So he like was like, I feel like in your like previous life before this one, you were of a feminine energy, which makes sense. But he said like, he's like, I think you were like a well-known person, but not like necessarily like a famous person, but like you were really revered for like your like physical looks and your talent. And that's like all people knew about you. And that's like where you found your validation in life. And in this life, your lesson to be learned is that your beauty comes from within, not the physical validation.
Oh.
Which is why I'm a big, giant, fat gay man.
He cooked you.
He did. He got me, gal. He got me, gal. But it's so true. I mean, because that's really like my big platform in life is like self-acceptance and inner beauty and blah, 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 blah. But it was rather interesting.
Were you the Were you the Black Dahlia? Revered for your talent and your beauty.
Maybe.
And then you died. You got cut in half, bitch.
Yeah, that would make sense. I don't know.
Or you're Natalie Wood and Christopher Walken pushed you overboard of a boat.
Could be.
Oh, Christopher Walken was there. Shout out Christopher Walken, friend of the pod.
Yeah.
He listens.
He does. Yeah, I don't know. I think it like made it a little bit more realistic because he didn't like try and be like, you were Marilyn Monroe, you know, like
kept
that,
it just generic enough.
It's generic enough where it got me.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, it's
fun.
True. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed it.
The only story with past life regression specifically is I had this girlfriend in college who
was a psychic medium.
No, but she thought she knew like her past life, and it was a little bit racist because her past life was, God, I hope she doesn't listen to this, but
I hope she does.
I doubt she will. Her past life was a Jewish woman named Ruth who helped her be financially responsible now. Just like a tad bit racist.
Yeah. Interesting.
Weird.
Good for her.
She was very adamant that Ruth, her past life, helped her be good with money. And, yeah.
Do you feel something from a past life?
No, I can't say I do. I would love to do a past life regression.
You don't feel like you've been in this world before?
I'm sure I have, and I'm sure this is the best of my lives that I've had so far. I feel like I was a better person in past lives, and then I earned my way up to this pretty middling existence. And now I'm going to fuck it up and have to go back down the ladder.
Well, you don't have to.
I'm almost 30 now. I think I'm pretty set in my ways.
Yeah, but are your ways bad?
I'm the CEO assassin.
Okay. Well.
So yeah, I'm on my way up, aren't I?
Cool. Have you ever been to like a psychic medium, like even like a group reading?
No, but we have had them walk through my place of business before. Because the bar that I work at is sort of haunted, and we'll go into detail on this in a future episode, I'm sure. But long story short, I got put in touch with this paranormal investigator who brought 2 psychic mediums to the bar, and we walked through the bar together separately, me with each of the psychic mediums, and they said some interesting stuff. They got some stuff right, but again, as like a person interested in the paranormal, I have like certain views and opinions on psychics, and you know, cold reading, and I have some theories on why some people think they're psychic and do kind of sometimes get stuff right, and then other times just are just generic enough to cast a wide net. But it was fun. It was interesting. They definitely said some stuff that was like, it's either a really good guess or you are tapped into something.
I think I'm psychic.
Do you? Why is that?
I just know a lot of stuff. No, I don't think I shouldn't say psychic, but
Sensitive?
I'm very sensitive. Yeah, I don't know. I think I could be. I think if I tapped in on some powers, I could do it.
I think everyone might be a little psychic.
Not as much as me, though.
Not as much as you.
No, I think I'm powerful. Maybe I could like try and hone my powers and read you.
That would be good. You should try that, and I'll do the same and try to read you.
Although I'm scared.
Of
because I think I could actually do it.
Reaching your full potential.
Yeah.
I have those like little psychic cards that have the shapes on them, and to test your ESP. You know what I mean?
No, but you should bring them and we should do it.
I will. I'll bring those and my tarot cards and my Ouija board.
No Ouija board in this house.
Are you kidding
No,
me?
ma'am.
You're one of those.
Yes.
Fine. Stupid. Stupid, dumb, ugly. But
Wow. Okay, well, we'll see how you feel about that when a ghost takes over your house someday.
I'm begging for it. I'm absolutely
Until it happens to you.
I'm absolutely begging for it, and that's why it will never happen to me, because I want it too badly. You will have paranormal stuff happen to you tonight, probably, but because you don't want it to happen to you, I want it to happen too bad, so it will never happen to me.
Do you believe in sleep paralysis?
I mean, it is a thing.
But you don't believe in like a spiritual way. You believe in a scientific way.
I believe in a mixture often.
We definitely need to do a whole episode about this because this is something I'm very opinionated on.
I have many opinions on all aspects of that stuff. So, like how everyone's a little psychic, and that's why I think some people think they're more psychic, is because they get a little peek behind the veil and then they take it and run with it, and then they make shit up, and they think every thought that comes to their head is a psychic thing, but really it's like, no, you got one little peek behind the veil, and that's it.
Just at me.
Yeah. Not you. I think you're not a professional psychic. This is one. We'll talk about this on a future episode.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Professional psychic. On my way.
Next episode, we're doing psychic. Maybe not next episode, but that would be fun.
It would be a really great thing to add to my resume.
I think so.
Psychic, comedian, drag queen, philanthropist,
Businesswoman,
caregiver,
fat bitch,
skanky bitch,
skanky bitch. Yes. We have a new segment called Dear Khloe, where you get advice from Khloe Wold, Travis's drag persona.
Lucky you.
Are you excited?
A little nervous, but very excited.
Okay, we have 2 this week.
Okay.
So first one, we'll do this one first because I think this one will be fast. Dear Khloe, what's the best way to perfect a high body count hairstyle? Signed, Single in San Fran. As a professional hairstylist.
Yes. I would have to say, as a Christian woman, that I don't believe in high count body hairstyles. But I think if I were to do one, there would be a few key elements to it.
Hit me.
I think it would be, one would have to be how you carry yourself. You have to carry yourself with like a delusion of grandeur for sure. Like otherwise the style, it doesn't matter what it is, it's not going to be pulled off. So you have to just live in this world of delusion.
Confidence is key and sexy.
And in this community, specifically our community of queer people, we have a lot of people who are really good at that already. So for many of you listening, this won't be hard for you because you live in a state of delusion well. You can cut that or not. They'll know who I'm talking about. And they need to be told maybe. But so that's the first step. Then I think you would probably need some extensions that are going to be visible. They need to not be blended, and they just need to be obvious.
Visible extensions.
Yes.
That is not where I thought you were going to go with this.
Yeah. Yeah, visible extensions. Because, like, you want people to know that you make enough money to be able to have extensions. But, like, you want people to know that you don't take yourself seriously enough to have them hidden. So that's important.
Good.
Probably some sort of blonde in there, and not a good blonde, like a fried, crispy, crunchety blonde.
I'm really getting a picture.
Yeah, some good flyaways, you know. But I think more than anything, just altogether a lack of self-respect would really be the icing on the cake. So I think more than like an actual style, it's just about how you hold yourself.
Delusionally confident, and yeah, that's good. That's good advice.
Yeah.
Thank you for writing in.
Thank you.
And then our second one, Dear Khloe, I recently found a porn star who looks and sounds very similar to an ex that I am still hung up on. Is it okay for me to patronize their content, or should I avoid them at all costs? That's signed 4-1 Forever Lonely.
Can you read that one more time?
I recently found a porn star who looks and sounds very similar to an ex that I am still hung up on. Is it okay for me to patronize their content, or should I avoid them at all costs?
Hold on, I got to think on that for just 1 minute.
Okay.
I think what you should do in this situation is send a message to their family and of the ex and let them know that you miss them first and foremost. You know, start out, maybe we'll make this like a, what do they call them? A shit sandwich where you good, bad, good. So we're going to start out good and saying you miss them, and then send them all the material and ask them if they've seen it, because you're just curious. And tell them you even enjoy the material. It's great content. And then I would just end it by saying happy holidays to the family. And as far as being lonely, I mean, it sounds like you have a wealth of material to help cure some of that loneliness. And yeah, that's what I would do. Send, shit sandwich.
Shit sandwich.
Let the specifically probably the parents, you know, and then.
Hey, have you seen this porn star that looks a lot like your child?
I don't even know if you don't even have to say that. You could just send it, like, just blind item it, you know, just, hey, I really miss fill in the blank. Hope they're doing well. And then, like, they may respond to you or not. And then just porn. And then just be like, happy holidays. And then maybe block them. No, keep it open. I don't believe in blocking. I love a good, like, I want to know what you have to say after that.
Okay.
I'm a glutton for punishment, though. So.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go the boring route and just let it be, but.
And just block them, or just, you know.
Jerk off to
the porn of your ex. But
I mean, have you ever jerked off to porn of yourself? Have you ever made porn? Can we talk about that? Is that a whole nother subject for another day?
Because we're out of time today.
Cool.
Anything else you want to say before we go?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Over and over again.